notes on Underwater 2020 film, 15 August 2024 viewing. I viewed this today, Thursday, 15 August 2024. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I'm Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And I'll talk through my movie notes for this viewing. And my description for this viewing is it's a fiction film about the crew of an underwater mining rig trying to escape the rig and reach the surface following malfunctions, not manufacturing, sorry. Malfunctions in the rig technology that impairs its operational abilities. Yes. Now, how those malfunctions occur, is it natural causes? Is it something else? Dun dun dun. So it's a bit of a thriller. It's like a really tasteful, it's more thriller than horror. But some might classify it as horror if they really don't like to see any blood or anything scary, but I would definitely classify it more as thriller. And watching it this time, so unique to this viewing is I was watching it and I would say the first hour of it I was just like watching and I was like, you know what it reminds me so much of on this viewing that like it hasn't the past few viewings is the other kind of underwater thriller / horror movie. I saw it on TV when I was growing up. I kid you not, that's how a lot of movies enter my life. Sphere, with Dustin Hoffman, Queen Latifah, Samuel Jackson, if I'm recalling correctly, and it's about an underwater vessel. And there's like a big moving sphere in this vessel. That's not this movie, but they're both underwater and like something goes wrong between them and the surface, right? And so in that sense, this is a echo of Sphere, however not the same. But in watching it, I was like, yes, there's the like terrestrial weird creatures, which is like Predator, which had like, was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? And then there's the like off of Earth horror with weird critters, which is like Alien or Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. And then there's the underwater world of like thriller / horror, and that's like Sphere in underwater. So I've watched this a number of times, and I said that it was a favorite for a special tag previously, and I'm gonna escalate. This is one of my favorite old times. I watch it and it continues to get better each time I watch it, so I'm very pleased. Yes, but I was watching it and I was like thoroughly engrossed the entire way through, and I was like, I'm happy I found one. And the 2020 decade, I found one that I'm like, I've watched a number of times across multiple years, and I'm happy with it. And it's still thoroughly engaging. It's still just as good, if not better. I was watching it this time. I was like, it might actually be better. Yes. And I do appreciate, it really does a good job of emphasizing the crew. So, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but I do recommend it. I also recommend Sphere. That was an amazing movie. I loved that movie as well. However, if you're not a fan for underwater thriller / horror stuff, then maybe not. But like, I really liked that one as well and recommend that one as well. Yes, but it emphasizes the crew. And so like, it's not about one woman surviving all things, you know, which I think was kind of a critique of what Alien and Aliens. And so I say this is you can say that for Predator too, from like, that's like the machismo, and then the machismo female for Aliens. And this is like there's women on the crew, as in plural. However, there are plural men on the crew as well. But it does a good job of none of the characters are harsh in their gender portrayal. They're all like, which I thought was really spectacularly done. And so that's my movie notes on Underwater 2020 film, 15 August 2024 viewing. It's a good one, at least from my perspective.